Poop and parasites, two things that I love despite what other people think. Though not always appropriate dinner conversation, poop does provide a wealth of information regarding diet and disease. This is as true for what many of you made earlier today as it was for people thousands of years ago. My dissertation focuses on retrieving parasite data from 1,300-year-old paleo poops known as coprolites, like the one in the middle of this slide. By analyzing coprolites, we are able to reconstruct diets and patterns of parasite infections that occurred in prehistory. This allows us to better understand the origins of human-parasite associations that are still relevant to people in the modern world. The coprolites that I work with come from a cave in Mexico known as La Cueva de los Muertos Chiquitos. This cave was home to hundreds of coprolites that were sealed beneath adobe floors, making for some of the best preserved parasite evidence in the world. Now that is the kind of high-quality crap that we archaeoparasitologists dream about. The diversity of parasites recovered from this site is amazing. Starting at 12 o'clock, we have the egg of Physoloptera, which is a dog parasite. Moving clockwise, we see a human whipworm egg, and down here we see Toxascaris, another parasite associated with dogs that can infect humans from time to time. Down at 6 o'clock, we see the results of a molecular test that looks for parasites that don't leave behind eggs. And if you ignore the two control wells on the top left, every place that you see yellow represents a positive sample for a diarrhea-inducing parasite known as Cryptosporidium parva. Moving along, we see a tapeworm egg. The green egg is that of a human pinworm, and the last egg up at the top is that of a fluke. Each of these parasites has a distinct life cycle involving different hosts and modes of transmission. By recovering parasite data, we're able to infer patterns of human behaviors. For example, the dog parasites that we mentioned tell us that people had very close associations with their dogs at this site. And the results of the molecular tell us that lots of people had diarrhea. The pinworm eggs present at this site, like the green one on this slide, were so prevalent among the coprolites that we know virtually everyone at this site was infected. Female pinworms crawl out of the anus at night and lay their itchy little eggs on the perianal folds. So you know, as soon as the sun set on La Cueva de los Muertos Chiquitos, everybody was either scratching or dealing with diarrhea. It may not have sounded like much of a party for them, but it provides us with lots of information 1,300 years later. As we continue to collect parasite data from this site, we'll be able to gain a picture of what life was like for people who left behind no written record, only ancient nuggets of information regarding what they ate and what was eating them.